Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Christos. You are here?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. I hear you a bit low. If you can just maybe make the sound a bit higher for my phone.
Me too.
It's okay. You too. Okay. I will make the sound a bit higher from the phone. Can you speak? Okay. Can you speak, Christos? Can we try? Can you hear me? No, you cannot hear me.
Hello,
I think there is an... yes. You can hear me. Yes? I think there is a slight issue of connection. We will solve this.
Hello.
Okay.
Good morning.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, so that's the challenge of today. We will make something fully connected, and it's very nice to see you. Very happy to have you on board. So, l'EDRA team, yourself, Chef Christos Lambrou, ambassador from Cacao Barry. So very nice to
Thank you, sir.
to be with you. We have.
First of
I
all,
want to thank.
I would like to
Yes?
thank you for the invitation. I'm very happy to share with you this demo. And despite this difficult time, we need to stay connected and safe.
Exactly. That's the idea. And thank you very much. It's an honor to have you, to have the l'EDRA team with us, supporting the brand Cacao Barry very much. And I want to thank everyone also for that will attend this call, because you take the time to be with us. So we have Greece, of course. We have lots of people, lots of countries from Southeast Europe. So we are very happy to welcome you at the Chocolate Academy and at l'EDRA at the same time.
At l'EDRA Lab.
l'EDRA premises. Yeah, l'EDRA Lab.
That's true.
Very nice. Great. So, Chef, today we will do two recipes. We will do first recipe that will be a pistachio tart. Pistachio tart, which is made of cocoa sablé and made of an interesting pistachio ganache. You will see there is a trick that will be interesting here, a bit unusual for this pistachio ganache. And on the top of it, you have a nice... Yes?
I think everybody have in front of them the recipe. So
Yes, everyone might have the recipe. When you have registered, you should have received the recipe with you. So if you didn't receive the recipe, check in the email. Once you have registered, you have the recipes, okay? And also we will interact with Christos. And also at the end, Christos and myself will ask your questions also on the chat. You can leave your question after the call on the chat, and we'll be happy to answer all your questions. So we stay in touch. As Christos is saying, in this difficult time, we are so happy to connect with you, because we were feeling lonely each other in our lab, and normally we work together in the same lab and everything. We meet together very often, but it's difficult, right?
hope to finish soon.
And we hope it finishes soon. Cross finger, and we are optimistic. So we are super happy to be in touch with you, really, in this way, because we found it was a good and very liveful opportunity to be both of us in the live. And we will. It's a way of staying in touch. The chat will stay active after that. And of course, you have the website of the Chocolate Academy. You have l'EDRA team, which is available. You have all the team ready with you. Okay, so I will describe a little bit the two cakes we do together this today. We have one pistachio tart and we have one Saint-Honoré revisited. The big classic, or very...
my favorite.
Very, yes, the Saint-Honoré. The big classics are very popular. And they are very popular also revisited, because people want to see also some other versions. So we've worked with Rémi Delette, which is also now with me at the Academy, new chef at the Academy Greece, where we work on the recipes and with Christos, we taste together. And
hello,
we work
Remy.
on the recipes. Hello, he's saying hello also. And we work on the recipes to make them in a way, make them live, you know, in another way. You will see, I hope you will like them. I will describe a bit the two cakes. The two cakes are made, you have first the pistachio tart. So the pistachio tart is made of sablé d'eau with pistachio, as was saying, pistachio ganache on top and light chocolate mousse, as I said. And we have the second one, which is the Saint-Honoré. We made, instead of the classic Saint-Honoré, we made a cocoa puff pastry. And we made inside two cream. You will see the first one is with white chocolate, a bit similar than the one we use for the first cake. And the second one is with a very nice chocolate cream inside, dark chocolate cream inside, white and dark chocolate cream all together. Inside the puff pastry, very crunchy, cocoa puff pastry with little sugar caramelized. So you have the magic effect of all these ingredients together. When you taste, you will see, and we will share with Chef Christos what he thinks about it. Yes?
Crunchy and creamy.
Exactly, crunchy and creamy. Puff pastry, it's magic. It's one for me. One of the best. One of the best dessert is millefeuille. So it's a bit the idea also. It's very nice. You will see. But let's begin by the pistachio tart first. Okay, pistachio tart. You have the recipes, I hope, with you. And in the recipe, you see we have a sablé d'eau. Sablé d'eau, it's a classic sablé d'eau. We made it before because it's like a classic sablé d'eau. I can re-explain quickly. There are some specificities in this sablé d'eau. You have inside some cocoa powder with the flour. Okay, so it's very simple. You just have to really soften the butter. Add the 2/3 of the dry ingredients: flour, salt, cocoa powder, and the eggs. You have something very soft, and you add the last third of the dry ingredients to mix it, and you have a cocoa sablé d'eau. One of the specificity in this recipe, we have added inside some cocoa nips, cocoa gruyère de cacao, we say in French. You have it also. You see?
I have it.
So it's very.
It's my favorite ingredient.
Yes, yes, yes. It's very nice.
And when you take.
See, this is really the
It's
product, the
amazing.
cocoa product alone itself. It's super nice. You see, we have heated it a little bit because at the beginning it can be a bit whitish, and if we heat it a little bit, it becomes shiny like this. You can use it inside the dough. Here, what we did, we have crushed it. The smell. It's a shame you cannot smell, but it smells super nice. And I can tell you that here you have the cocoa nips without the shell, roasted. Okay, so pure taste. Okay, and you just have to crush it. Pure taste. You just have to crush it into powder a bit, and you calibrate it. You keep just a small piece that go inside the dough. So you don't have too much big pieces inside. It's better to crush it a little bit, and you can spread the dough, with no issue because you have calibrate a bit thinner the cocoa nips. Okay? You can hear me well?
So
all good?
Full of taste.
Full of taste, very tasty. We have the cocoa powder.
Full of taste chocolate.
Right, we have the cocoa
Yes.
powder and the cocoa nips, adding a little crunch, more taste. All right? Then, after
Chef,
it's very simple.
One question,
yes?
please.
Sure.
Cocoa powder, we use extra brut.
Very good point. Yes, extra brut here. We use extra brut because it's one of the most popular extra brut, I can tell you, all over the world. I can tell you because extra brut has a specific color. It's a bit reddish. Lots of taste. It's very nice. Very, very nice product. Yes. Thank you for this.
Okay.
Exactly. Then after it's very simple. You just have to spread it down. Okay, at 4 millimeter. We keep it a bit thick. All right, and we put it inside some rings. Okay, which are 70 centimeters. The rings. All right, the rings are 70 centimeters, and we cut the round at 65 millimeter. Then, very simple, we put inside the rings, okay, here. All right, and each, as you see, we prepared for each 2 drops each round of sablé d'eau, we put 2 drops of extra bitter couverture inside. We stick it like this to avoid it moves. And after we put the pistachio, or we have scale now, you have the scale on the recipe, but we have put the pistachio and we stick them to the dough as well. And you will get an amazing sablé, because here you have the taste of the product that will be mixed with the taste of the cocoa, taste of the pistachio all together, the crunch of the pistachio as well. You will see it's super interesting. So this is finished.
It's normal sablé. We can use like
it's a
sablé.
Yes, you can use, exactly. You can use as a sablé, you can use as a tart. Yes, tart. You can make tart if you want.
We can also for the dough for the tart.
Yes, you can use exactly. You can use as a tart. You can put on the edge like a classic tart. So it's it's a nice recipe. You can use for many things. And I will tell you different options around this recipe, but it's, yes, exactly. So you see we put on the silpan, okay, to cook, and we will cook during 12 minutes at 175 minutes. 175 degrees, sorry. Okay, during 12 minutes, all right? So
nice. Here
we have prepared, to avoid back and forth, we have prepared the sablé, okay? That's the result, once it's done. Okay, but we will get back to it, okay? But that's a result of the sablé, okay? And here, we will come back to it afterwards, because before that, we will do the ganache, pistachio ganache, okay? So you see here, we have all the ingredients of the pistachio ganache. So we have the water, okay? We have the hazelnut powder, and we have the honey, the salt that we put inside the water. We put the hazelnut powder inside the water as well. We put the honey, okay, inside.
Honey is the same, chef, with inverted sugar, yes?
Yes, exactly, that's a rule.
But more tasty and more flavor.
Exactly, for Greece you have so nice honey. In Greece, come on, I could not use invert sugar. I want to make work the industry of honey in Greece. It's so pure product, very nice. The bees did the invert sugar themselves, so I would strongly advise to use this one. So here I will. I told you this ganache is a bit specific. Why? Because you see inside we have water. We don't have cream. Okay, so I had to rebalance the whole recipe, and the whole recipe is rebalanced with also we have pure hazelnuts. We have the pistachio praliné from Cacao Barry, and we have the cocoa butter Micrio. Okay, so you see there is fat in all these 3 products, and I rebalance between the water and the fat together the recipe to get a nice ganache. Okay, that's why, and the advantage of this recipe. Yes, without dairy, exactly. So the advantage of this recipe is that it is a vegan recipe. Also now we have more and more trends, more and more people that wants to use a vegan product, and you can make vegan product only with this ganache. It can be super nice. You can make many things.
Very clear.
Okay.
Very nice.
With this ganache. Okay, so now I will bring to a boil and I will mix it together. All right. So for this, I need to bring the tray, induction tray. Okay.
Chef, just a question.
Yes.
I saw in the recipe you have a hazelnut pure base. If someone don't have, when he want to make the recipe and he want to use the hazelnut praline, can we replace, or can we change something in the recipe?
Yes.
Or for what reason we use the hazelnut paste?
The hazelnut paste has an advantage. It has only taste. Most of the time, when you use products, you have sugar. Chocolate, you have sugar. Praliné is half sugar, half dry fruits. It can be pistachio, it can be hazelnut, it can be almonds. So,
Exactly.
okay, you see it's boiling during this time. I will stop it to finish answering your question. It's boiling. Yes, so that's the advantage of the hazelnut paste. You know, we had only taste and no sugar. So this is really nice, you know, because many times you are saturated of sugar inside your recipe. And this product without sugar, allowing you to balance your recipe, only adding taste without and balancing the sugar in a better way. That's the idea.
Thank you, chef.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now it has boiled. Okay, I will add inside the 3 products I have prepared before. Okay, the hazelnut paste as we were discussing. Okay, the pure hazelnut paste. So pure hazelnut paste, when you receive it, you have to mix it one time in the bucket, and after you use it again. Here we have the pistachio praline, which is fantastic. Pistachio praline from Cacao Barry. If you can smell
70-30, 70% with 30 sugar.
Yes, 70%. So even here we have few sugar. So here we put lots of taste. Lots of taste. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. And we put the Micrio cocoa butter inside. Okay? Look at that. And we make an emulsion.
Micrio.
Ganache is an emulsion. Yeah, Micrio.
So
just
powder.
showing you, Yeah, yes. Lots of
it's the magic powder.
option. Micrio, and you see the praline, the praline. Yeah, exactly. So here I mix. I will smooth it, okay? And you see the emulsion is happening. I stop. All right, I can remove it from the saucepan. Easy, very easy. I make sure everything is well mixed. I can remove from the saucepan. I will remove this. Okay?
Like all
And
your
now
recipes, chef.
I will put it to cool down, okay? So, I have this, okay? I will remove this as well. Just scraping to make sure that everything is well, mixed all together, from below to the top. And I put this to cool, flat, at 17 degrees. Voilà. Or you can leave it outside,
I think.
inside the lab. Yes, it's important just before you mix it that it's cold and not too cold. That's the idea. That's why it's important, because here you see, like every ganache, we have the cocoa butter inside, because the cocoa butter is the one making everything. And when we mix it cold, we create the crystals, and this will allow us to pipe it. If I mix it now, it won't make crystals. That's why I made the second one first. So you see I put here just a feuille guitar on the top to remove the air, and I will make it cool, inside the 17 degrees here. So, here we have the ganache ready cooled, okay? You see, I have a ganache which is here, okay, a bit cold. I will take a spatula to a bit harder to mix it. And I will, here it's really cold, I just have to mix it a little bit.
Okay.
And it will crystallize immediately. You see? It's getting white.
So, chef,
Sorry, my voice is...
This texture of pistachio ganache, it's
yes, you
fine
see,
for bonbons.
the ganache, look at the texture, it's already white. You see, I don't have to pipe it a lot. It's a question of friction of the crystals, okay? And if you just move them all together, you will be able to pipe it, and it will make crystallize the ganache. okay?
Great.
Tell me, yes?
Question, chef.
Yes?
The texture of this pistachio ganache, it's fine
Yes.
for bonbons.
Ah, yes, good question. It's very nice for bonbon. You can make, yes, you can make, you know, we can put inside, for example, the frame you seen just now, the silpat, 1 or 1 centimeter, you can cut into squares, and you have a very nice vegan bonbon. Exactly, great suggestion. I should have said this, yeah. It's very, I
Because,
think
chef,
yes?
I took some
Nice, you made something with the ganache. Yes.
and I make some, I will show you. One
Yes,
second.
thanks.
We make some nice with this
Oh,
ganache.
wow. Amazing. So this is with the
With,
snobinette below, you pipe inside,
With,
the snobinette.
Yes.
Ah, yes, very nice. And you put on the top
we
pistachio.
put orange.
Yes, orange
candy
below.
and the pistachio
yeah.
ganache. And was it's amazing, eh?
It's very nice. I love it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. And you see, it's quickly done, huh? Super quickly done. No, no problem. You have a very, very long shelf life, huh? You can keep easy, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If you keep at 17 degrees, well packed, you know, it's something. It's better to make fresh, but the shelf life is no problem. Especially like you did, huh? With candied orange and everything, you have no problem of shelf life. You just keep at 17 degrees. So great product and easy to manage. Well done, well done. I love it. You like the taste?
Thank you, chef.
You like the taste?
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Really, it's
It's not
amazing.
me, it's Kakabari that
love
made
it.
the amazing product. I'm trying to, to put it together. Okay, so now I will
I'm sorry.
pipe the ganache, okay, on the sablé. All right? So I will just, you know, make some nice rounds like this. Okay? Okay, I will.
Nice
I'm
and
just
easy.
leaving a gap in the center. All right. This makes a nice photo. Huh?
Why?
I like the view. Because I will add inside some pure praliné in the center.
Whoa. So, will be amazing this, eh?
Yes, very nice.
Full of taste.
Yes, full of taste. And the water with the ganache
Okay.
is something very interesting because it's not usual. And I can tell you, when we tried this with Remy, we were very, very interested by the results. And we think that there is
Very
lots
rich.
of options. Yeah, but a bit less than a classic ganache. Huh? It's a bit less rich with
That's
the
true.
water because already inside you have lots of fat. So sometimes, you know, you don't need to put too much. And look, I put here inside in the center, okay, just a little bit of praliné inside. So it will make a texture when you cut. I don't know if you see here, yeah. When you
Hope
cut,
everybody have this product
It will
because
pour.
it's amazing.
you can see, huh, already, huh, okay. All right. And I can put already on the little cake boards, huh.
Chef, if we
Yes.
live like this and we put a slice of chocolate, it's let's say like a small tart pistachio.
Yes, exactly. You can use as it is. You can put a chocolate disc on top, something to finish. Me, I will add a cream. Huh? It's a cream which is, you know, with whipped cream and everything. So it's a different product, but this, the shelf life is longer.
Yes, for shelf
yeah,
life,
you can
this
put.
is-
I will take it here. Thank you. The shelf
Great.
life is longer, and here you have something that is very interesting and is only with the pistachio. It's an option. You can use
Yes.
it as it is now. Huh? But here we will add on the top a mousse, huh? We call it light white chocolate and hazelnut mousse, okay? And we will do it now, okay? So I will put this aside,
Nice.
the time to make the mousse, and we will do it together, okay? So for this, you have something very simple. We began by a pastry cream, okay? You see, we have the pastry cream here. Pastry cream we did, it's very classic. You make boil the milk with a bit of sugar. You mix the starch and the sugar aside with the eggs. When the milk boil, you mix together and you boil again. Classic mix, very classic mix, and we have a pastry cream, okay? But if, once again, if you have any questions on the process and everything, the chat below will help. You can ask your question and we'll be happy with Chef Christos to answer all your questions if there is a doubt somewhere or if it's not clear, okay? So the pastry cream is prepared before to make it easier and gain time because cooking the cream is a bit long and very classic. And we will add inside the white chocolate and the cocoa butter, okay? To make it easier, I have put inside the proverb behind me here, I have put some chocolate to melt before with the cocoa butter. I will take it. So it's
Chef, a question. Why you put
Yes?
microwave in this cream?
Yes, good question. Because normally, most of the time, what people do, they put some gelatin sometimes to compensate the lack of chocolate or the lack of texture. Sometimes if it's too soft, people put some gelatin. What I did here, we rebalanced the recipe by the cocoa butter because the cocoa butter is a natural hardener. And when there is chocolate, it helps to rebalance the recipe without gelatin. So you will get a texture that will be fully given by the cocoa butter, meaning that it will give a very nice melting point. You know, the gelatin, you will break a network of water. Here you will only have the cocoa butter melting at your mouth, and the cocoa butter is a magic fat because it's melting at mouth temperature, releasing all the taste. That's why we like cocoa butter very much, and that's why we like the chocolate, in fact. We like the cocoa butter inside the chocolate. So that's the idea,
Very
and you will
important.
taste the freshness. You have a freshness when you taste the cream and everything, which is very interesting. I will, just one trick before that, you need to put the cream at 35 degrees, not too hot, okay? So I will reheat 10 seconds in the microwave, very efficient microwave.
It's
Just
important the
put it at
temperature, I
35
think, yes,
degrees.
Chef?
Very important because you will get always the same result. So that's very important. If you follow always the temperature, you will get always the same result. And that's super, super important, okay? Okay, voila, 35 degrees. I will add inside now the hazelnut paste. You see, once again, I like the hazelnut paste because it's pure taste. So it's giving
Yes, you
really,
explained us before. It's very important.
Yeah.
Not
As
sugar
I said,
inside, but we have full of taste.
Yes, exactly. And here we have put to melt together the cocoa butter and the white zephyr chocolate, which is also rich in milk powder and with a little bit less. Thank you, very nice. And you mix.
I try one because I like it.
Okay. All right, and then now we add the whipped cream. You add it in 2 times. You make sure it is super smooth first. Okay, and I add the whipped cream.
Also, with the whipped cream, we need to be careful.
Yes, you see the whipped cream is half whipped, not too
Yes.
whipped, because here we have lots of crystals of cocoa butter and chocolate waiting for you inside the mousse when you mix. You will create some more, okay? So if you whip too much the cream, you will make too much crystals. You will make a simple over crystallization. You know, when you eat some chocolate mousse a bit sandy, you know, sometimes it happens, it's because it's over crystallized. And the secret is not to whip the cream too much.
Too much.
Because you will continue to generate some crystals by mixing like this. So the crystal missing here, because you see it's half whip, will be created by the mix that we do together now, okay?
It's very important, this also, for the people who make a lot of production.
Yes, because in this way you control the process with the temperature and the final texture, and by also controlling the way you whip the cream. And you should not have any problem at all if you process like this all the time. Huh?
Okay.
You always have a cream which is nice in texture. And for you also it's important because you have also a product which is at the same density, with the same amount of air inside and everything. And this is very important for the business, for the customer which is used to one product, to get something which is always the same. Okay? Then here, you see I scrape. You check below that there is, you know, no trace of chocolate from below. Huh? All right? Voilà.
Nice texture.
I can hear you. Always a pleasure to hear you, but no problem. Just letting you know. Okay, I put this inside the piping bag. Okay, this is finished as well. We cut a little bit and we pipe inside the seed pan. That's a little trick of today also, another little trick. You see the seed pan? Maybe you see me through a little bit, okay?
This is amazing.
Yes, and this we did by mistakes. We try something and well, I say it's amazing. When you take out from the mold, you have a texture which is amazing. And I kept it, you see? You just put inside the mold. The trick you have to remember is that below, you need to put a seal pat as well, because otherwise, on the seal form, it will stick on the tray. Okay, the little bit of cream will go through the seal form, so think to it. Not much, but very few, enough to stick if you freeze with it. So think to put below the seal form some seal pat, one seal pat, and after you pipe inside. Okay.
When I saw the picture, I say, wow, what happened here?
Yes, and I let you imagine all the options you can have by using this trick. We can make many different decorations. Huh? It's very nice, huh? Very interesting. Voilà. Okay, we just smooth it.
Okay.
Okay, so you smooth on the edge a little bit, huh? To get the edge super clean. All right. Because when you remove it from the seal form, you will see the edge are important. Huh? So you just check a little bit the edge. You put this inside the freezer, all right? And it's magic.
To pull out, chef. To pull out,
we have already. Yes?
We need to be minus 30?
Yes, minus 20 already, it's nice. Yeah, it's minus 30 better.
So it's easy to remove?
Yes, easy to remove. No need a very strong freezer. Yes, it's easy to remove.
Okay.
And here we have, You see the result? It's frozen already. Magic, and up, we have the product done. So you just have to, you see, the edge needs to be clean, and you put it on the top, like this. So while it's frozen, you can still touch it with no issue, okay? You put it well in the center like this, all right? Okay?
Super easy.
Yes, very, you know, we are rational, you know, we try to, we know you have constraint of production, so we try to be creative at the same time and keeping rationality, which is not easy sometimes.
Yes.
Okay, so here
And
we have almost finished our product, yes?
Like always, I say for your recipe, it's for everybody. It's
Yes.
easy, very, very tasteful, and very good.
We make them for you to use it, and we are happy when we see people using it. And we did many
Yes.
demonstrations together, and it was great that we see people using it after. It's very great. We are very
Exactly.
grateful to the people using it, and we are exchanging
Using it.
message and everything. It's super nice. So here I
Exactly.
will just
Okay.
decorate. Okay, so I will just add on the top, you know, a little rosace. Okay. All right. And we have just a little pistachio that we have cut in two. We put in the center, just on the top of the rosace. So we cut to get the clear part of the pistachio in the front.
Yes.
And
My
we put
mouth
in
now
the
is
rosace
full
like
of
this.
taste.
Yeah, so that's the result. You can see, it's voila. I leave it here, and we will go to the next one. Before going to the next recipe, I hope it was clear for you guys. Once again, leave some comments in the chat if you have any questions. We will pass you a movie from the Academy, the Chocolate Academy in Athens. Where you cannot see it. We have a new Chocolate Academy here in Athens waiting for you, but due to the situation, you cannot visit it. So we decided to offer you a little tour inside the Academy. Are we okay for sending the film? Okay, we are okay. Have a good tour. Hello again. I hope you like the tour.
Hello, chef.
Hello,
Amazing.
Christos. Yeah.
Hope to be
you
there
see, we
soon.
have a brand new academy in Athens waiting for you guys. Christos, you had the chance to come before, right?
Yes,
it was
yes. Hope to be there
nice
soon.
to have you
It's
here.
amazing
We had the
place.
chance to work together here already. It was
To work
it was
together,
superb.
yes.
Yeah, we made some trials and things. I loved it. Well, we will soon. Let's be optimistic. We will do more soon.
We
okay?
hope.
Okay, finger crossed. Okay, now we will do the second recipe, puff pastry cacao puff pastry.
My favorite.
So it's a bit, once again, it's a puff pastry, but we have changed a bit the recipe. It's not the original puff pastry. We made it in another way. So we say in French, feuilletage inversé, mean if I translate literally, we can say maybe reverse puff pastry. I don't know if it sounds English
yes.
good, but why do we say this? We say this because normally in a feuilletage, in a puff pastry, we have the water, the salt, and the flour, okay? And here we will,
exactly.
First we have cocoa, a part of the flour that becomes cocoa powder, extra brut once again, and second, yes, this one, exactly, and second, we have also this reverse technique, which is allowing to work the puff pastry more easily, okay? Meaning that we have, from one part, the cocoa butter, which is softened, all right? The cocoa butter, sorry, the normal butter, the dairy butter, which is, I'm too much in cocoa butter. The dairy butter.
You are in love with cocoa butter.
Yes, exactly. It's a long story. And you have the dairy butter, which is here softened. And here we have the flour and the cocoa powder that we mix together. It's a bit unusual, but we do like this. That's the techniques of the reverse puff pastry. Okay? So let's do it. We have here softened butter.
This is amazing technique, chef, because
yes, I really
the dry butter.
Try. Yes, it's a President butter on top of that. Yes, 84% President butter, very nice. We are super happy of the result with that. You will see the taste. I advise to try. The plasticity of the butter, everything is simply amazing. So here, because it's very important for the puff pastry. The butter is a crucial thing. Okay, here we will add, you see, together with the paddle, the flour and the cocoa powder. Okay?
Okay.
And I will mix. Tac. D'abord, first like this, and after like this, slowly. Voilà. The butter in the Kenwood. Nice. We have the light even. Amazing. Okay. Je vais garder ça là. And after, we have to shape the butter to put inside the dough, you know, puff pastry. So, to make it easier, we suggest a technique. It's a technique that you can choose to do. It's a proposal, but we like it because it's super simple. Okay. We have a silpat. Here we made a paper. We cut a paper at the size of the shape we want to have the butter. So for us it's easier. And a rule of 1 centimeter. Ruler of 1 centimeter. For mat fer, it's a ruler in aluminium, very convenient. You have different thickness, super nice. You see here, no need to mix too much, very easy. If there is some butter which is not mixed, no worries. We will mix with the spatula, okay? We will add, I will show you. So here we have the butter. You see soften, not too soft, soften just a little bit, the minimum. The President butter, mix with the extra brut cocoa powder.
Ready.
And, all right. I will finish to mix with the spatula if it's not fully mixed, okay? It's okay, no worries. You make sure everything is nicely mixed, okay? And you put then the butter with the flour and the extra brut cocoa powder together.
Cocoa powder.
Between the rolls, between the rollers.
Chef, it's amazing technique, this.
Yes, you know, it's nice when it's easy, you know, and we try to make our life easier because there are so much difficulties already. That's so you see here, we just spread it down. So normally you just have the right amount to make the frame we have on the top, okay?
Yes.
Once you can, voila, scrape like this. You finish to scrape it and shape it as you want, you know, nicely. All right, I can remove the excess like this on the seat pad that I will put on the top. Okay, put the seat pad on top. I make it stick like this everywhere, and
So that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I can just, you know, push it from one side to another. You just make sure that the, voila. And you put it inside the fridge. Once it's set, you just have to reshape it a little bit. Finish. You know, gain of time, always the same thickness. So you begin on the right foot already. It's easy. Then, I prepared, of course, another one because it needs to set. Okay? So you have here, okay, the one we did last time, all right, very easy. And we have the dough. This is the other part on the recipe. You have the water, and the cocoa powder, the salt, yes, inside the recipe. You see, we have the dough here that has been made, spread down, and the idea, you even have the dimension on the recipe to spread it down and to put it at the right texture, okay? And this you have to apply it, so it's a bit hard. We will leave it, you know, come back. We apply it one time like this, okay? And we will apply it one time like this together, all right? So you have the dough, which is nicely softened.
And after we cut?
At the same, yeah, you cut it together in between, so it will allow, you know, a better development. Here you have one
very
thing
important
which is
also, I think.
important. Yes, is that the butter and the dough is at the same temperature. Okay, that's the secret that you need to do. You need to make sure that together you have the both at the same temperature. Then after you put it in a rolling, or you spread it down by rolling, or you put it in a dough sheeter, and you have to spread it down, of course, like this, and you give the turns. Okay? So normally it's 6 turns. It will be 6 turns. Okay? What we advise is one turn, single. All right? You leave it rest 1 hour from now. After, once you give the one turn, and after you give 2 double turn. Okay? Double turn, you apply it, I will show you with a seat pad. You can make a single turn like this, okay? And double turn is like this and like this. And you add after like this, okay? So this counts for 2 turns, okay, in a puff pastry. So you do first one single turn. So you do one first like this, like we did. You spread it down with the dough sheeter. And after you do 2 times double turn. One like this, double turn like this, and like this twice. So it makes 4 plus the single turn you did initially, it's 5. You leave it in the fridge.
Yes.
And when you need it, 1 hour again, or a bit more if you need, from one day to another, you can. And when you need it, you give the last single turn missing. Okay? And you spread it down as you need. Here, we will spread it down at 2.5. Okay, I will show you, we did it, of course, before.
Okay.
So you spread it down at 2.5. All right, that's the dough. Sorry, voilà, 2.5, that's the thickness. And we have a mold from Matfer, we call it moule à manquer molds, okay? Where we add the dough, we have put some butter inside, and the little trick, we have put some icing sugar inside. The icing sugar will make also a crust that will make it very nice when it will cook. Okay, so you put it inside. All right,
Crunchy
you
and
take it
shiny.
down. Yes, yes, exactly. And crunchy, and it will enhance also the taste of the puff pastry. Huh? So very interesting. You take
Yes.
it down. Okay. Okay, of course you have a bit more dough than necessary. We will cut, you know, in shape. Okay, it's moving, sorry, for the image. We will cut
Chef,
like this, and I will explain what's around. Yes, tell me.
can I
You see,
use the
cut
same
like this.
recipe also for millefeuille? Let's say millefeuille
Yes.
chocolate.
Great idea, of
It's
course.
the same.
Yes, yes, you can use the same recipe for making millefeuille. Can be very nice. Yeah, exactly. So here you have the dough, you know, which is shaped. You make sure, you know, that it is at the right angle, and you just make holes at the flat part. That's it. Okay? Here what do I have?
Yes.
It's dry peas. You have lots of peas in Greece. So it was easy
Yes,
to
we
find.
have.
Okay? And here, I put a paper like this that I cut, okay? The piece is perfect to hold the dough when it's cooked. The weight, everything. And here we put the rings to make it even easier to take it out. And we put some peas inside. Okay? It will hold the dough during the time it's cooking inside. Okay? Once it's like this, you remove all this and you put it to cook. Okay? Voila, like this. Okay? At 185 degrees during 20 minutes in the ventilated oven. This is here we have electronics ventilated oven. We cook 20 minutes at 185 degrees. Okay, well, we did it before to make it easier. But yes, and we have a very nice shape. I can show you. We are not using it now, but that's the result. You know, you have a nice result. You see, the sugar has melted inside. Maybe you see the shininess. Sugar has melted inside.
It shines, yes.
Crunch. Yes, and it makes a crunch below and inside. We put sugar from the beginning, and we remove after 10 minutes. We remove the chickpeas to finish to let the sugar melting inside. Okay, important. So
yes, it's important.
once you have this, we will make the cream that goes inside. So here there is two cream. We have one cream which is similar to the one we made before. But it's different. It's with vanilla. You will see it's very interesting. And after we have the dark chocolate cream that we did before because it's very easy. It's a pastry cream with chocolate. But before that, we have to explain how the choux are done, because the choux is a technique. The pâte à choux is a technique which is it's a classic pâte à choux. We prepare the pâte à choux, but what is important is how you cook it and what you do to make it nice and rich shape. Okay. So first of all, pâte à choux is, we prepare the pâte à choux because it's a classic basic mix. I can remind, you boil the milk and the salt and the sugar together. With the butter, you add the flour. Okay, you dry it a little bit, and after you add inside the eggs one by one. Okay.
Chef,
yes.
I have a question here.
Yes.
I saw you because I use your recipe and I
Yes.
like it a lot. Why you put milk in the end?
Yeah, I forgot. Good, very good idea. Very good question. Actually, it's a use. We add milk at the end because it's easier to adjust the texture of the choux pastry with the milk than with the eggs. For two reasons. One, first, you have an amount of eggs for an amount of flour, you know what I mean? And after, it's a liquid that you need to adapt to get the right texture, so it's more logic to add milk, okay? And the second thing, you can heat the milk also, because it will give you the right temperature of the choux pastry to check the texture of the choux pastry, because if it's cold, you will get a choux pastry that is set because of the butter, and you won't maybe be able to check really the right texture of the choux pastry.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, thank you for this question because it was
Thank you
important.
very much.
And now, we make some little shoe, okay, that will go on the Saint-Honoré. So really small.
Do you have any advice the shoe pastry, because you know we have the crack in the oven sometimes? What do you think of this?
So this is important. I will come to this then. Okay, so you see, the size, not big, small.
No, very small.
I think we are 1.5 grams, something like this.
It's like army.
Okay. Yes. So, very important point. There is two things to check to get the smoothness, and you will see. Here we managed to cook in the Electrolux oven, which is a cooking ventilated oven, and we have. You will see the result. We have the shoe which are really smooth and really nice. So here you have the shoe like this. First trick, you make sure that it is as soft as possible. It needs to be, you know, it mustn't flat down, but you need to have a nice texture, very supple texture, because if it's too hard, it will crack very much in the oven. That's the first thing. The second thing is, the little trick is that you can add on the top, right? Two things. One is, first, icing sugar, like this, okay? And two, cocoa butter micrio on top. And this will help to get the smoothness of the product. I will show you. It's unbelievable how it works, because you have something which is in the oven, helping to make a nice crust. And if you have the right texture at the beginning, you will get the right smoothness. I think we have some shoe here, not coated inside the caramel, but I will show you. You will see it's very nice, and we will put them inside the caramel. So look at the result. We prepare a little bit the shoe. Look at the shoe. You see how thin it is.
It's amazing.
And this has been cooked inside the ventilated oven. So great smoothness. Okay. So we will put them inside the caramel, and after we will put them inside the silpat to get this result. Okay, right?
Okay.
So to make the caramel, something important here, we make a dry caramel, meaning we don't put water with the sugar. Okay, so you just have to put.
It's only sugar.
Yes, at all. Yes, we have the sugar and we put inside. And very important, we will let it melt without mixing it too much, okay? We don't mix too much. We leave first the sugar melting. Because if you mix too fast, you will block the sugar, and it will be counterproductive actually. You will don't let the crystals melting. It will make a big block that will take more time to melt. And after, you cannot control the color. So it's much better to leave the time to the sugar to melt. Okay? Okay, so you see here, I don't move too much until I check.
You are not lazy?
But I am lazy also a little bit.
No, you are not lazy.
That's one of the reasons, maybe. But yeah, it's much better, much more wise to leave. And you see below, there is a syrup happening. I think you can see from the camera. You can see, Christos, from the camera?
Yes, I see. And you have a secret how we can control the color of the caramel.
Yes, I will tell you. Yes. So the first thing is to do what I do, meaning I don't try to mix too fast. So I let the sugar melting. I let the time of the glucose, which is inside the sugar, to reveal, to come out of the sugar. Okay. The fat, we say there is a dry part and the fat part of the sugar. And then you see, now I mix. And to control the color, but you cannot really control with the gray of the saucepan. Okay. You can control with maybe a spatula. Okay. if I put a little bit on something white, a plate, whatever, and you see already you can control the color very much. This is really the best way to control the color, because otherwise you cannot really see inside the saucepan. And you see here, I will leave it 2 minutes. I will just block it 1 minute now. You know, here like this, and we will check together. Voila, okay. And you see the time I say it, the color is already the right one, you see. So now I can keep it, putting a cling film for next time. I can sell to the chef. You just cook it this color. See what I mean?
This color.
And now, yes. Now what I do, I take the shoe. You know, I will put this here. I put the shoe inside the caramel. Okay? I keep the caramel on the shoe. And I put inside the flexipan like this. Okay? Very good idea. We work together.
We have
this suggestion, and I loved it. Sorry? Yes?
With this technique, you have very fast product.
Yes, you can go fast. You don't have to wait. It is cooling down, and you don't burn yourself as well. You know?
Yes, this is most important.
It helps not burning. So yeah, it goes super well, super fast. You know, you keep some sugar on the shoe. That's very important. Okay.
Yes.
And you, with the stick, you know, it helps very much to control.
Yeah, I help a lot
Okay.
with the stick. Yes.
Yes. And now I
Very
have
nice.
the one which are here, you know, protected. But first I will finish now the cream to make the Saint-Honoré to put inside the crunchy puff pastry, cocoa puff pastry. All right? So for this it's very simple. Once again, we made based on the pastry cream, okay? But the recipe is slightly different. We have inside the pastry cream here vanilla. So to get the best of the vanilla is we have, yes, here in this one, you put the milk and the vanilla pod one night in the fridge, cold. You have a cold exchange of temperature, which is taking out already very much the taste
Cold
of the vanilla
infusion.
pod. Yes, you cut it in two, you grate inside the milk, and you have a cold infusion the night, and after you bring it to a boil and you make your pastry cream like this, okay? Then you have this result, okay? You see you have a nice result of the pastry cream, okay? I will heat the pastry cream as well, because inside this pastry cream there is also cocoa butter and white chocolate, Zephyr white chocolate, okay? So let me just reheat a little bit in the microwave. I want to reach the temperature. Yes, yes.
These two amazing products. Yes.
Yes, again. And here there is
Again, you
vanilla.
combine
with it. Exactly. These two nice products I combine because I prefer using gelatin. I prefer the cocoa butter because of the taste, as I said. And here we put vanilla inside. You will see. And I have whipped the cream a bit more, okay? Because this is a different recipe I want to pipe. So I created a bit more crystals from the beginning. Okay? So here I have the cream. I will mix here, okay, the cocoa butter and the Zephyr chocolate melted together already, and I will check the temperature. I must be around 30-35 degrees maximum.
It's the same temperature, like
Yes.
the previous recipe.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I check the temperature. Important. Perfect.
Yes, I think it's
31,
important for this product.
32. Very nice. Okay. Then now I will add the cream. Same way. I had the cream 50%, 30%, 50%. I mix first. Okay.
Again, I think important the whipped cream not too much
Exactly.
crystallize.
Yes, yes. Slightly more than the first recipe before, but not too much. Otherwise,
Not too
you
much.
will create butter and you
That's
will
true.
create a bad texture.
Great.
Okay. Right.
Grab să se rotește. Pâine.
And you see here you have the chocolate cream. Okay, it's pastry cream. Okay, with chocolate inside. Okay, and now same, you finish with the spatula to make sure that you don't have any trace of chocolate below. You always
chocolate.
check
Yes,
below.
yes.
If you have a big amount, you know, you can have some trace of chocolate below. If you have a big amount of cream, you put it in another bowl to make sure that on the top, you know, everything is mixed. Very nice.
Very good advice. This I wanted to ask
Voilà.
you for the big amount of cream.
Okay. Yeah, you see, yeah. And yes, it's much better because at the end, the texture of your cream won't be different. It will stay always the same, so it's very nice. Now,
Yes.
but we just have to finish now our Saint-Honoré. We have everything. We have our chocolate cream extra bitter pastry chocolate cream. We have our Zephyr light cream because it's very light. So two texture. Here we don't have any whipped cream inside. It's just a pastry cream with extra bitter and cocoa powder, extra brut inside. We have both inside.
Chef, a question
Yes.
please here. I saw in the recipe you have extra brut cacao powder. Why you use
Exactly.
extra brut?
Yes, it's a trick which is
inside.
very important because I combine inside the extra brut cocoa powder and the extra bitter chocolate. Extra bitter chocolate will give the nice deepness of the cocoa mass of the chocolate, nice taste because it's also a purity from nature, so the taste is fantastic. Okay, and the cocoa powder will give a bit the darkness of the cream. So the both combined. I advise you to try. Nothing to add. It's super nice. Just like this.
Super
it's
nice.
Super nice.
Yes.
In-
Because
yes.
sometimes we do a chocolate pastry cream, but the result was not the same. So I think the cacao was. Is
Try
the
this
secret.
one. You will see.
Thank you very much.
It's amazing. You can use it
Thank
for
you very
eclair. You make chocolate eclair with this.
Yes.
Super nice. Amazing.
Or for
Okay.
millefeuille chocolate.
Oh, for millefeuille.
It's very
yeah,
nice.
yeah. For millefeuille, you can add a little bit of cream also, whipped cream inside for millefeuille, because it makes lighter because it will set it also a bit. This
set
one
it.
is soft,
Yes, yes, yes.
but with the millefeuille it will set a little bit with a bit whipped cream, well whipped. It can be super nice as well. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Thank
You can
you.
do
Thank
here
you, chef.
millefeuille with the both. Very nice. Okay, now let's finish it. Let's finish the Saint-Honoré. So to make the Saint-Honoré, we have the cream, we have the chocolate cream here, okay, and we will use the puff pastry shell that we put to cook. Okay. So you can see here the shell, all right, up like this. So first thing, we just had in the base, so this is very crunchy. This is super nice. We had inside the extra bitter and extra brut thin layer inside. So you see the sugar we see here is making a crust that keeps the crust of the chocolate. And when you take out from the oven, you can also sprinkle some cocoa butter micrio that will make a layer and it will keep the crunch longer also. Little trick. Just, you take out, it's hot, you put some cocoa butter micrio, it will make a layer and the millefeuille will stay crunchy longer. Get it? Okay. Et voilà. Here, then we have the cream. I will use a scraper, that will be easier. And we will pipe on the top some little round to close first the cream. So once again, the advantage to have the chocolate inside the cream like this, you have the advantage of the melting point of the chocolate and the micrio cocoa butter inside of the cocoa butter, which is fantastic in terms of melting point, and that gives a freshness when you eat the product, and it helps very much to release all the taste of the cream, of the vanilla, you know, and of the chocolate, obviously. Yeah. Okay, so I will. Yes. I can put it like this now. Now I have everything.
Yes,
with
to
me.
see. Yes.
Okay, to see. You see better
Great.
like this. Okay.
Yes,
and now
I think
will
it's better
close
like this.
Like this with some, you see, nice round. Okay. All right.
Super easy.
That's it. Yes. Easy,
Yeah.
nice. You have, so it gives a
The
nice
same,
shape.
the same.
It's yummy. You have you can already understand the texture of the cream, you know, by seeing how it reacts, everything.
That's
and
true.
Yes. And here we
And
will,
it's chocolate.
Sorry?
It's chocolate. Everything with chocolate, it's amazing.
Yes, it's chocolate. Yes, exactly. And here we have the choux, you know. I will take out the choux. Let me put it here a bit more. I will take out the choux, you know, out of the silpat, of the flexipon. Okay, and I put them here inside. You can put before putting the choux here. I forgot. It's not a big issue, but it's better to put a bit before. You can try like this first. You put just some drops of extra brut cocoa powder like this, just to contrast a little bit, to bring, you know, the lightness of the cream in harmony with the darkness of the puff pastry together. You know, it's a trick. I tap like this, so it makes dots of cream. You know, very interesting. You see?
Very interesting. Yes.
Nice trick. I like this way of putting inside the cocoa powder. And now you put inside the choux, which are perfectly coated by the caramel.
The caramel. Wow.
Yes. So it crunch when you eat this.
So again, here we have two textures, creamy and crunchy.
Exactly. It's you have even three, because you have the caramel very cracky. You have
It's
cracky
very
much.
cracky. Yes.
You have
Yes.
you have the puff pastry, which is crunchy but differently, and you have the two texture of cream inside with the two tastes of cream. So all together, you have an experience, because it's something which is very interesting on the whole.
And now, very easy, chef. This is most important.
Yes, it needs to be.
It's very easy.
It's the puff pastry at the end. It's a lot of work to manage. You know, to manage the right cook, the right thickness, the right shape with the right tooth.
Yes.
It has been lots of trials, because the shape of puff pastry is a big technique. But if you follow the shape of the way we did together, you won't have any issue. It works very well. But I can tell you, it has been lots of trials to make the right, sugar melted inside with after 10 minutes, below on the top, right thickness. One trick very important also, when you spread down the puff pastry, don't forget to spread down the puff pastry, to roll down the puff pastry, one time like this and one time like this at the end. you know, when you pass inside the dough sheeter, or when you do with
In
the
the
roller,
dough sheeter.
you turn the
It's
dough.
one like
because
this
if
and
you-
one like this.
Yes, because if you roll it always in the same way, it won't be round. It will be oval. Okay? So you
Understand.
need to, this is very important. So lots of, you see behind this, lots of trials. It can look simple, but there is lots of trials to make it perfect. You will try,
Perfect.
I would like you to try in your shop also, and you can share your experience and if you like it also, once again. And here I put it on the little cake board, okay? We will make
Yes.
a final
Then
presentation together.
It's very important to share with us in also in Instagram, Chocolate Academy Athens, Cacao Barrio
Exactly.
Official, Ledra
Right.
Foods. So it's nice, and also to write Philippe Marand Instagram or Christos Lambrou. So it's we can discuss together whatever we want.
Yes, we are in contact with the,
We
the
are
social
glad.
media.
Yes. We are glad that
Exactly.
you are here in Athens, so it's very important, and
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
we feel lucky.
Yes, it's a pleasure, and we will I will
Also,
add
I make the same.
the first one inside the fridge. Here. So you can have a view, you know, together. Yeah. This. Okay. Here we go. Voila. We'll put the product we have used for this recipe for you to see.
Yes.
Cocoa butter, pistache, praliné pistache. We have inside pure hazelnut paste, the one we speak so much. Okay. Extra bitter Guayaquil, zephyr. Okay. Extra bitter Guayaquil, zephyr. White chocolate, 34%. Lots of milk powder, less sugar, very whitish, very nice. Ah, you have it with you, huh? Ah, nice, you share it like this, yeah.
I show it
Cool.
to be more. It's amazing. It's
Yeah,
just
you can
amazing.
put if you want in the middle, if you want to see inside.
Yes, yes.
We used gruet. Yes, and the sablé, you can use many different ways. You can enrobe the sablé just like this, you know, with the pistachio, the texture on the
Chef,
top.
it's amazing. This is
Yes,
cream.
interesting.
You understand? This is cream.
Hop là, et voilà.
It's the first.
Ah, yeah, you see, so you have the layers, the dark chocolate layers first, and after the white mousse. Very creamy, very interesting.
Shiny, crunchy. It's amazing.
Yes.
I'm sorry, chef, but I need to do this because it's amazing.
It's a very good idea. You see, with the praliné in the middle, the mousse, the texture, the crunch of the pistachio, of the sablé, all together. And with the vegan ganache, you have a nice texture.
With the vegan ganache, yes.
Great.
So I'm lucky that
You can
I
taste.
try this.
Let me know what you think.
I'm sorry, chef. I don't want to cry now, but
No words. Okay, so I see there is some question
Amazing.
coming out. How long until the cream is at the right temperature to eat? No longer frozen. Yes, ideally, we say, you know, I will advise to defrost inside the fridge. So leave enough time to defrost inside the fridge, not outside, because otherwise it's a too big shock. A very good question. So you put 1 hour and a half, 1 hour in the fridge. Small individual cake like this is not an issue. It's defrosting. But there is only this mousse that is frozen. The one with the the hazelnut for the pistachio tart. I would recommend to do the Saint Honoré always fresh, always a fresh product, because when you freeze the puff pastry, you lose a bit of crunch. It's doable, but you will melt the caramel of the choux, and you will lose a bit of crunch. If we want to put the cream in the freezer, can we? As I said, the one of the tarts, the one with the hazelnut of the tart is not an issue. The rest, I would not recommend to keep fresh. No, pastry is good fresh. You can have a mise en place, because this is you have a long shelf life on the sablé, on the ganache, and after you add the cream at the last minute. You know, every morning, it's an option. Okay.
And my friend Panagiotis asked something. If we can put the cream in the freezer, can we?
Yeah, you can put, as I said, you can put the one from the pistachio tart in the freezer as we did. But the rest,
okay.
I would not advise, because you will melt the caramel of the choux in the freezer. So it will be, you know what I mean. It's a fresh product. It's a fresh pastry, and that's a big trend. And I can tell you the gain of having very crunchy puff pastry with the fresh cream and everything. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. It was amazing. I think Christos and myself, we stay in touch to answer your questions, even in Greek. Christos will answer also on the chat. So feel free to ask even the question after the call. We will be in touch. Thank you very much, Christos, and Ledra team for the support.
It's amazing. Thank you very much. Hope to do soon again another live to help each other and to stay connected. It's amazing experience. I think everybody enjoyed.
Great.
And I'm the lucky that I try these amazing 2 cakes that you make for us. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you very much.
We keep in touch.
Very nice having you. Yes, we keep in touch. Very nice to have you. Very nice to have the team. Many thanks to all the team, also filming team and sound team.
Also there, everybody.
The marketing team.
All the team.
The sales team from Ledra and the sales team from Cacao Barry as well.
Thank you.
And the marketing team that made it possible. Without them, you know.
Also, Nasya is the one that he ran alone. The great job.
Remy made a great job.
Remy
and the filming team.
And also you, Chef.
Shape Agency made a great job as well. Many thanks
for
all this.
Thank you, Yannis.
And we stay in touch. It's not the last one. It was the first one, but it's not the last one.
No, it's the first.
Because
hope you enjoy.
We stay in this situation. And
please send us if you like.
Yes, and we'll be with Christos answering your question. Support on anything on this, but also on the rest.
Anything.
Okay. Yes, we thank you to take the time to be here, and we hope to see you very soon. Many thanks. And have a great day.
Many thanks. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ. Να είστε όλοι καλά. Γεια σας.